If you make a habit of catching a flick on your days off, entertainment reporter Jim Ferguson has a great recommendation. Good morning, Jim.
Well, good morning. Our Hollywood happening today looks at Clint Eastwood's 1517 to Paris, which tells the real-life story of three men played by the real heroes Anthony Sadler, Alex Karkalos, and Spencer Stone, whose brave act on a train from Berlin to Paris saved hundreds of lives.
The bottom line, I felt, was you don't mess with three guys from Sacramento.
That's right, baby.
Do I have it?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, we had to lay Sacramento down on him for sure.
Yeah. Kind of the film, you know, recounts what happened on that train, that your act of bravery, which was unbelievable. But yet, would you both all agree that there's a lot more to the film?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's important to show our journey up until then. Even as kids, it shows the dynamic of our relationship and why we would get up for each other that day. And I think like the themes people can draw throughout is like they can identify one or all of us as just very ordinary guys who were put in a crazy situation, and we want people to take that away from the movie, that everybody's capable of the extraordinary, not just us three.
I think it shows too that like kind of like our whole lives were leading up to that moment without us even realizing it.
Yeah, you know, your families, the film depicts the idea of a premonition. Your Jenna Fisher, who plays your mom, Heidi, she had that premonition that something was going to happen to you, you know. And I think there are other situations or comments that, Spencer, that you made that maybe something's going to...
Well, in real life, I mean, that scene was based on real conversations that we've all had together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not maybe in those exact words, but kind of on the topic. And just that we've kind of always felt like throughout our lives that it wasn't supposed to be like regular per se. We were like, I just kind of felt like we were doing something was big was going to happen in our lives, and we didn't know what that was. Didn't think it would ever be this.
We were kind of all in limbo at that time. Like he was in stationed, but not in the job he wanted. I was going to my senior year of college. Alec was coming off deployment. We were doing stuff, but we still were feeling unfulfilled.
I feel like that's why we joined the military, was to kind of seek that feeling out.
Yeah, I think that's a less glaring takeaway from the film. That at least I get from it is that, you know, a lot of times people have a hard time finding contentment in their life. And I mean, if anything, we've learned just through our actual experience, not just the film, is that, you know, like things are okay. You know, enjoy where you are right now, because you don't know if tomorrow what you're doing is going to be valuable or be used.
Once you begin to discover who you are, then you really realize how you have been given authority over your life. But you can only do that through the struggle of life. And most people avoid the struggle. Most people go through life avoiding pain. When you're working on a dream, at some point in time, a transition takes place.
Well, 1517 to Paris tells the true story of an attempted terrorist attack on August 21st, 2015, which was prevented by three young Americans traveling through Europe. Using flashbacks, director Clint Eastwood also highlights the friends' lives from childhood to the events leading up to the attack. Well, in my opinion, the three guys, not actors, do a pretty good job. Their actions made America proud, and they earned the Legion of Honor from France. Rated PG-13, my grade a B-. Well, also opening today, the adult thriller 50 Shades Freed, and for the family, the animated comedy Peter Rabbit. I'm going to see you next Tuesday right here on The Morning Blend.